What's up, everyone? Welcome to Rossonari TV. What a win, my man! What a win! How's it going, Florent? Do you enjoy
Yes,
the
sir.
game?
Yes, sir. Very much so, man. It was
I
one of the
mean,
best
I,
games I've seen recently. Not
I'll
as
be
in
honest with you.
football, but as happiness wise, I'm a very happy boy today.
Oh yeah, I'm the same, man. I'm the same. I was like that game for the first 60 minutes was a nightmare for me, and I
Yeah,
kind of exploded at the minute when Brozovic was looking like fucking Pirlo in the pitch, and Kessié was looking like an
yeah,
amateur player. I
yeah.
just exploded there, and thank God Pioli listened to my shouting. Safe,
Yeah.
man, how's it going? How's it going, my man? Are you happy?
I lost my voice a bit. I'm so happy, man.
Yeah,
Seriously,
man.
it was so
That's
sudden. It was nice.
It was lovely, man. The result at the end was lovely. The game was ugly as fuck in the first, as I say, 60, 65
Yeah.
minutes. After that, we
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
started to create. And first of all, let's go with this one first. Ah man, non ti lasceremo mai. My
Yes,
God, man,
sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
never
Yes,
gonna
sir.
give
Yes,
up on
sir.
Milan, man. I'm never gonna give up. I
What a
I, I
day.
believed until the last minute we're gonna make it. Um, we needed to do this, man. We
What
need
a
it for
day,
Serie
man.
A. We need it for everyone that is watching the league.
Yeah. This is big,
Oh,
man. This could turn the season around, honestly, because we beat them directly. Now the players believe that we are better than the champions. It is
yeah.
no doubt anymore. We did it. We beat them in a game. So we should go on with a lot of confidence in the next games and not fuck up like the games with Spezia and other small games. We have to win. Inter is playing Napoli. They have a terrible, terrible schedule. We should take advantage of that.
And who do you have next?
Oh, Inter.
Us.
Oh, we have kind of a we have Lazio in Coppa Italia. I really hope
Mm.
they put in the pitch not the Primavera but the 14 years old against Lazio, and they lose the game because
Yeah.
if we put the Primavera, there is a chance we can win against Lazio. But if we put the 14 years old, we lose and we just concentrate to the Serie A. But we have relatively easy games in
Sampdoria.
the next.
Sampdoria next in Serie A.
Yeah, Sampdoria. We have some like yeah, we have easy games, nothing crazy, and we're gonna have the hardest game in the second part of the second half, I would say. And the last five games we have few difficult games as well.
Guys, this is amazing. Atalanta Juventus after this week,
Yes,
and then
yes.
Sassuolo Inter after the other week after that. We should take advantage of this schedule, man. This is amazing.
Oh man, have you guys seen the thumbnail I put it? That
Yes,
it was
yeah.
that's for me the logo of Inter, man. I'm sorry, guys, and I hope a lot of Interisti are coming in to listen what we're saying.
Laert, what does your brother say? Where is your brother now?
My brother is working and he's gonna be fine, I guess, because still they have like a 4 point. They have 1 point and they have to win against Bologna. Uh, but the most important thing is that we showed today that they are not so good. I was trying to tell everyone for the entire, you know, I would say season, but especially when Inter was doing really well, they are not so good that people think they are. They should have lost a lot of games. They've been really lucky and didn't lose, but they're not so good. And you see how just Giroud and Brahim Diaz and Messias just changed the game, and we won against them. Carlo Moretti is here, guys. Andiamo, for fuck's sake, man. I don't see. Saif, well done to you, man, being brave enough to come over after
No.
complaining about
No.
Brahim Diaz and
Yeah,
wanted Kessié in the pitch with Bennacer and Tonali. So well done.
for sure. No, I was shitting on Brahim, and I'm happy I was wrong. But you know what? And maybe he's a player best suited in many games to come off the bench to be an impact player. That's how I see it. Maybe this
I
could be the
think
case.
I think, as I always said, first of all, Nathan is in the house. How's it going, Nathan?
So Nathan,
Um, I think he's driving some sort of truck or whatever, and he's on mute, so probably he's making a lot of noise. But whenever you want to come in and say
Nah,
something,
yeah, I was putting
yeah.
air into the truck line, so I was revving the engine, so I didn't want to make that much noise. Can you hear me?
Oh man, yeah. Wait, Vasily is preparing himself, and the echo is on, so I'll wait for him to fix everything with the audio, and he can come in. Oh man, what a game! I was saying, by the way, about Brahim Diaz. Our team plays better with Brahim Diaz in the pitch, and he didn't do any assists and any goal in the last 20 minutes he played, 25 minutes he played. So in terms of
Well, does
stats, he
that
didn't.
count? Does that
No,
count?
that's not an
His
assist.
they kind of the deflection to Giroud.
Yeah, there's a deflection, but I don't care. You know what I mean? My point was that Brahim Diaz, maybe he's not gonna put the stats, but the game changes. Calabria was playing better. Teo was playing better. Benacer, Tonali, everyone was going up in the pitch. He was giving that, that chance, that corridor. Even Giroud was playing better. See, he was doing the right things.
Well, we said that before the game that having Kessié there was not going to benefit us, and I'm glad Pioli made the change fairly early on, because it definitely changed the dynamic and how we played.
Dude,
I was surprised. I was surprised he took Kessié off though. That was a ballsy move because I thought
I
he would
was
get
too.
Benacer out. And
no, I was
drop
not
Kessié in the
surprised,
back.
man. I was not surprised because I don't know, 2 minutes before Brozovic was looking like prime Pirlo, and at that moment, you believe me, man, I shouted so loud that probably Pioli heard me from Milan, London to Milan. I shouted so loud because you know what? Losing against Inter is one thing. Making Brozovic look like the best midfielder in Europe, that is another thing. And I'm not going to accept that. For a guy that is asking us 8 million a year. I was going nuts. And when I saw him come out, I was not even surprised because I knew Pioli inside was feeling the same way. He was like, you motherfucker, you won 9 million from us and you're jogging for 65 minutes in the most important game of the season.
And you know what?
Fuck you.
And you know what?
Get out of the pitch.
I think this is him like officially leaving the club, and the way the whole stadium was booing him. The whole stadium was booing him.
I agree because you never see Kessié being subbed so early. That was a message from Pioli.
And booed. This was the loudest boo I've heard in a long time, to be honest.
Vasily,
I
man,
mean,
I want to say something to Vasily. I don't know if he's listening.
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Man, you just came in and something happened to my graphics, man.
I don't know. Don't blame me, man. It's something with your computer.
Look, I'll show you something. Look, I'm going to take you out. It's definitely you, man. Or it's just happening on my PC.
Bro, don't try to blame me, man.
I'm not blaming you as a person. Your equipment, man. There is something wrong with your equipment.
Vasil, I think what he's saying is your computer's too strong and it's using up all the bandwidth.
Yeah, it's killing my graphics, man. But he's getting better. He's getting better. It's getting better. Oh man, there's a lot of comments here.
You're funny, Lord, man. What did I say, guys? And when I say, guys, chill, just wait, everybody was like, no, we're just having conversation here. We're not arguing. I was like, okay, man, whatever, man. But it looked like you guys were really arguing. Like, so what the fuck, man? We have to wait until the game is over before we start, like, jumping, man.
It was frustration, man. That was first half.
I get it, guys. I get it, man. But at the same time, you got to be passionate, man, and be believing in your team, man. You cannot just be, like, fucking throwing everybody under the bus, be like, oh, this shit, that shit, man. Like, let the guys take care of business, man.
But let's be honest, the first half was garbage, not because of our players. It was just the people out of position. And you can see once the changes were made, they became more relaxed. They can play the way that they like to play. But when you have people out of position, it's really hard to do that. Like, no matter what team they're doing.
Yeah, Kessié is definitely not a CM. Everybody knows it. I guess Pioli was trying to shut down Brozovic, and I mean, everybody understood that. But But Kessié, man, with his performances, man, and he wants 8-9 million this whole season, he's not been up to the standard, which is part of me understand he's already checked out. I get it. But at the same time, you're trying to get so much money, man. You should be like fucking like playing like an insane person, man. I don't care. Like to sell yourself, like even more. But he's playing like shit, man. So, it's fair to say, like I'm not disagreeing that Kessié should not be even. I honestly, guys, like from what I read and like I understand that Milan is really pissed the way he handled the Tottenham. They wanted to get some money out of him. He said no. So you know what, man? If I was Milan, I would just fucking bench him for the rest of the season and just whatever, man. Just let him sit it out, man. He's not contributing anything. Like Tonali is taking over. Like the guy is everywhere. He's fighting.
Tonali is amazing.
So like, I'm not
his
really
long
missing.
shots today. Damn, his long shots were good today.
And he didn't.
Tonali, you guys. Sorry, guys. I want to say Tonali's doing well, but I want Kessié in the bench not because he's not a good player or something like that, but I want Benacer and Tonali to play together, man. It's so important for us.
You need players who are actually invested in the team and in the future of the team to be playing together. Not someone who doesn't give a shit and wants to leave. Like that person does not need to be playing. You're doing nothing for the future of the development of the team. I'm not sorry for him. Fuck that. He's made his decision, so now he needs to suffer them.
Look at Theo, guys, how he changed since he wore the captain band. He changed completely. He is in the game now because he wasn't different in the beginning of the season. Now this motherfucker is all over the place. He got that red card, and I'm telling you,
that was a perfect card.
Yeah, he needed.
Oh man, when he got that red card, I almost got Omo, man. Bro, I was like, he was my hero, man. For a second, I was like, oh my god.
He's smarter. I think the thing he's much smarter as a player. He knows when to pass, when to run. Where back then he just used to run with no head,
And he's gonna become a father. I think he's settled in Italy. He has a beautiful girlfriend or wife. I don't know what she is to him, but he's gonna be a father. I think he's renewing the contract. I think he's finally feeling like shit, man. I'm part of something really big, and I like his attitude. Leao, his attitude is good too. Like he's today he wasn't the greatest, but whatever, man. I'm okay with that.
Manyan, man of the match, guys.
Oh fuck, man.
Oh yeah, easily.
Manyan is shit. Is the shit, man. I even went and ordered food, which is against my policy. I tried this year. I was like, I'm not gonna eat out. I'm gonna cook. I'm like, whatever. This was like my New Year resolution. Today I was like, fuck this all, man. I'm ordering some Thai food, man. And I'm gonna celebrate. Mike Manyan, man. I love that guy. I'm telling you, man. If I was gay, man. Shit, bro. He'll be my guy, man. I'm telling you. I'll be after him.
You have your weakness as well. This game, man.
I know, bro. I know, man. I was like when he just caught that ball, like when it went opposite. That was like a cat, man. That was a cat move, man. Like, bam.
Yeah.
Move. Where is it going, man? Do you guys miss Donnarumma? Who is missing fucking Donnarumma here, man?
No, not at all. Not at all.
And then I don't know if you guys watched that PSG game. In the penalty shootout, Donnarumma dove the wrong way almost every time.
I think his confidence. His confidence is low. His confidence. He realized. I think by this point he realized he fucked it up because he's not the main guy, and he's not gonna be main guy for a while.
He regrets. He definitely regrets leaving Milan. That's for sure.
He definitely has regrets. He's not going to say it publicly, obviously, but I know deep inside he's regretting because he was the main guy. Everybody loved him. Everybody was fucking blowing up his ass, so to say. Like everybody was like catering to him. Like he was the guy. He was our jewel. And this motherfucker did this. Whatever, man.
Yeah. This is my favorite comment, man. This is my favorite comment. My favorite comment.
I love that shit, man. Did you see Calabria or Tonali was talking shit to Hakan, man, when he got that yellow card, and he was like turning around and starts talking shit, and I think it was Calabria. He was like, "What are you talking about, man?" Like,
when you know what, and Messi and how's it called? Diaz went to him and told him, "Man, what are you talking about? I'm better than you, so shut up."
Exactly.
Get that
yellow
card.
Guys, I have to give a shout out to Giroud, man. I have to give a shout out, man. That motherfucker, man. I was so happy. I was yelling. I think all my neighbors, they were like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I was yelling for 5 minutes when he scored second goal, man.
It's
Jumping
the
around.
personality.
Bro,
It's
what a
the
turn!
it's the personality over everything. All the shit he's done in the game and still managed to do that beautiful skill and win the game.
That
That's
experience, man. That's
that's some
experience, man.
experience. That's
That's world
experience. Yeah.
class strike. That's a world class striker that won a lot of titles, man. And that twist, that turn that he did against De Vrij, I think, was it De Vrij or Skriniar, man? When he scored
De Vrij,
second.
De Vrij.
Oh
De Vrij.
man, that was like world class fucking skill, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Bam, bam.
you're not gonna see a better goal this year from a striker. Like
Unbelievable, man.
the whole turn and everything was you cannot pay a striker enough to do
Guys,
something like that.
I want to say something. Giroud is on 7 goals this season at the moment.
Beautiful, beautiful, man. To be
So
honest,
I'm
nice.
happy with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he goes 10 goals, no, 12 goals this season, I'm gonna be super happy with him. And that's what we got him. But we need a striker, guys. I think we need an important striker next season. But I don't want to talk of transfer market.
Hell, man.
I want to talk about the game. Florent, let's start one at a time. I want to hear Florent, Saif, Nathan, and Vasily. So give me 2-3 minutes of what do you think about the game. What do you like? What you didn't like?
Sure.
Just feel free to talk about the game.
Sure.
Go for
I
it,
was
man.
I was just gonna say about Giroud. I'm happy with him now. I wouldn't mind him not scoring any more goals. If he won us the derby, that's it. That's it for me. That's all I want. But about the game, it was very frustrating. 45 minutes. The first 45 minutes, nothing. It seemed like it was working. Nothing was working. Just some long range shots from Tonali. We didn't seem like we were a threat for a minute to Inter. And Kessié, I really didn't like Kessié today. Kessié was just out of the game. He was getting, and I understand he was not playing his position, but come on, like some simple stuff that a midfielder should do, you should be able to do those at least. And I didn't like. I think Inzaghi outplayed Pioli's game plan in the beginning because Kessié's objection was to stop Brozovic, and Inzaghi, Dzeko was coming back, and we were getting outnumbered on the sides when we were pressuring them. One long ball would take 3 or 4 players out of the game. So I think Inzaghi was playing way better game plan than Pioli in the first 45 minutes. He countered that Kessié trying to block Brozovic so well. It was working amazing. We couldn't do anything to pressure Brozovic because Dzeko was coming back and other players were coming back to do Brozovic's role in the game. Second half, we started kind of the same. It was a little bit more energy. It seemed like we wanted it more in the beginning. We were fighting for the balls more, but the real change came when the subs came in. Messias was somehow better than the Salazmaker to hold the ball and just not lose it in the first 5 seconds. And the game changed completely when Diaz came in. Only because I don't think it was a lot to do with Diaz as a player, but the type of player he is. We need a type of player that does that role in that position much more than someone that is more defensive minded or good is good there to only press Inter. So when Diaz came in, our flow of the game was much better. Everything was working much better because I think that's what we're used to playing. That's the only kind of football we know how to play best. And the game was resolved. I mean, that first goal was kind of lucky, but we were pressing them. We got the ball, and we scored from a deflection from Diaz. Giroud got that amazing second goal, and this is amazing.
No, man, was just beautiful. Was a beautiful reaction, and again, that is the that shows that we are a better team than them. We are a better team than them. We play. Leao inexistent, by the way. I'm sorry for him. I'm
Yeah,
sure
Yeah.
he was
yeah.
inexistent because the connection between the midfield and the attacking players was non-existent. Kessié did a really horrible job, so never give him the ball or involving him. So that's my opinion. But Saif, tell me about the game, man. Go for it.
I'm gonna make, I think, 3 points. First of all, Pioli knocking on the door of being considered, for me at least, one of the world-class managers to who are yet to win something. His personality, the way he handles the players, he doesn't make any problems with the players. The way he can change a game with an instant with smart substitutions. Inter were inexistent the second half. Pioli absolutely killed them.
The hell is this picture?
You know what? The best thing is I hate this guy. The way he always complains and cries to the ref. This pick is
Hello?
amazing. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Second of all, I used to stick up for Kessié. I used to always say, no, give this guy a chance. I'm not yet saying fuck this guy, put him in the stands, but I'm not surely not gonna stick up for him anymore. If you're not gonna show up or show heart, especially in the beginning of the second
Yeah.
half against Inter, when you're asking for money, I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry. No, you can't. You will not come back from that. I'm still not gonna say that you should get the fuck out and I hate you. He's certainly not one of those players for me anymore. That's what I feel. Also, Tonali proved that he is a leader of the team. Even though Romagnoli and Calabria have the armband, Theo has grown much as a player and as a man. I feel in these last few games. Absolutely amazing, Tonali. Much improved, the most improved player in the Serie A. I think if there was a title, this title goes to him, like in the NBA. Amazing. His passing ability, his defense, his passion, amazing. Theo as well. It's like you put an armband on this guy. Amazing. That foul in the end was probably the best red card I've seen in a while, and the smartest as well. And the way
You know what? I want to.
yeah.
No, go. Finish. Sorry, finish.
I mean, he started the game kind of bad, but overall, I think he handled Dumfries very well. He pocketed him near the end of the game, and he was making amazing runs. There was this play where he dribbled past 3 or 4 players. It was amazing. But I'm very happy. Like the team's personality show that they want something. They want this league, even though they might not be huge possibility that they might not win. They want it, and I really hope that the management still believes in Pioli as they do, and they back him up more. Because when we do that, I'm telling you, the league title is ours. That's it.
Why the fuck the Inzaghi picture doesn't get ruined, but the other ones they get ruined? It's like whatever. No, I want to say something about the red card of Theo. I really want to blame for in that situation Tonali, because I think
Yeah.
Tonali played it really wrongly in that moment. He should have just kicked the ball out of the stadium or in the face of
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah. He
Interisti
kept dribbling. He
in
kept
the
dribbling as
stands.
well. Yeah.
So he keep dribbling, and no point. And that point is just 1 minute away from the finish of the game. So just kick the ball away from that position. And Theo doesn't get the red card. That can bring us problem in the future. And I hope Theo gets just 1 day. And another problem is Theo doesn't get his yellow cards disappearing. You know, they are still there, so he can actually miss 2 games. This one and another one getting another yellow card in the other game. So that is a big mistake from Tonali, but he's a young player. That's why young player does those mistakes. He's not experienced. Now I'm sure he's thinking about like I should have done better in that situation so Theo doesn't get a red card. But Theo did the right thing. 100%. And Dumfries, I think, was one of the best in the pitch overall the entire game from both sides. I think he's a good player. Inter did a great deal with him. Of course, he's gonna leave Inter in a few years because Mino Raiola is gonna send him in a bigger club, probably like Man United or whatever. But yeah, that's a big win. Nathan, it's your turn, man.
I think, yeah, like everyone's saying, in the first half, our game was just not good. But I mean, we all know the reason why our first half wasn't very good. So no big deal, honestly. I think also we can put the debate of the difference between a world class goalie and a good goalie. A good goalie
Yeah.
does not make those saves that Magnan does, but a world class goalie does. So
Yeah.
we
was
need
amazing.
to put that whole topic to bed, because I mean it's obviously the difference is there to see. I I'm definitely pleased from what I saw from Benacer and Tonali. I think they complemented each other, and I think the more they play, the better off it's going to be. And I've got to say that on a yellow card, that Benacer tackle like gave me fucking goosebumps. Like he was like 2 steps behind. I can't remember who it was, and he made
Barella.
and he made just an insane tackle. I was like, holy shit. Like, this guy needs to, he needs his confidence back because the team's going to benefit from that.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to get into the debate with Salamakers, but, I mean, we see the difference between an offensive winger and a more defensive style player. That's all I'll say about that. Diaz, me and Larry, we said the same thing in the beginning. We said that Diaz definitely should have started. We saw the difference. And then finally, Giroud. I give this guy a lot of stick, but yeah, his first goal was luck, but you have to make your luck, and a good poacher knows where to be at the right place at the right time, kind of like Inzaghi. And then his second goal was, that's world class all the way. And yeah, that's what I think.
The first goal was an Inzaghi goal, man. Knowing that the ball is gonna go there, running over and scoring it. That was such an important goal, and I was happy with the 1-1. I was really happy, and when we scored the second one, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Shit, we're winning this." That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah. Benacer, I think I really like Benacer, man. I always liked him more than Kessié. Kessié has that physicality, but Benacer
and I think
is finesse. He's technically really good.
He just needs more play time.
Yeah, and I think him getting eliminated early from the AFCON, I think they kind of lit a fire underneath him. Like, he looks completely different since coming back. Like, more confident, more assured. Like, his tackling is not like sporadic. He's kind of calculating on when to go into challenges and whatnot. So I think this kind of helped him, light a fire under his ass, essentially.
Guys, and shout out to the Curva Sud. Always louder
Guys,
than the
we
whole.
have an interista here. We have an interista.
Oh,
Is it your brother, Larry?
No, it's not my brother. They saw the logo of the club and they came in, guys. They saw the logo and they came in.
Well, let me tell Alessandro
by the
that
way,
he's playing Napoli next.
Alessandro is an interista. Probably he understands English, but he's writing in Italian. He's saying that basically the good thing is that we're still on top and we have 1 game less. Yeah, that's true actually. But I think Inter is gonna go down. It's gonna go down now. For me, they are good. They are not how you call
Unbeatable.
it. No. They're gonna start to struggle a lot, and they should have lost a lot of points before. They should have lost points against Venezia and other games, but they've been pretty lucky, and luck is part of the football. I mean, well done for them. But now they're gonna see the difference of the difference between us and Inter is basically 1 point, 2 point. That's the real difference between us and Inter.
But you have to consider that we have a lot of players missing, and
We had a lot of
team.
all the season we had exactly. If we had the same luck they had in terms of injuries, they will be like 6-7 points behind, and they were 6-7 points behind at 1 point.
We missed players
that's
in the
another
first
history.
derby. We missed players in the second derby, and they couldn't win one.
Let's see if Skrillet wants to come in. I'm going to invite some people from the chat. Vasily, go, man.
I've been
analysis.
I've been waiting for the chance to say a couple words. So a couple of things. First half, definitely a bad half, and I will have to point out that even in that bad half, I will definitely point out a couple of players like Mañana, obviously to me the whole game, but first half he was essential, man. If they scored even a couple of those good chances, this game will be over, man. Before end of first half.
Yeah.
Secondly, I have to give props to Kalulu, man. The young lad is fucking doing a great job. Tonali, as you know, Tonali is the beast, man. That's why I said, like, I already don't miss Kessié. Like, whatever, man. he can go play whatever he wants to play. So that topic for me is closed regarding Kessié. Giroud, obviously, that real poacher instinct that he has, man. I mean, the guy, no matter what, I mean, he still has power in him, so to say. And I was excited to see this new striker that we signed, how he celebrated with the group of people after second goal. I don't know if you saw it. He looked ecstatic, man. So
Yeah.
that's a good sign already. He's been here for 2 or 3 weeks, and he's already part of the family. That's a good sign. Inter, I wouldn't discount Inter, man. I mean, Inter to me is still our main opponent in the fight against not Napoli. Inter to me, Napoli, we're already seeing that they're dropping, and I don't think they're gonna get stronger. They might even drop more. So it's gonna be between us and Inter, and I'm telling you, I'm hoping that Bologna will have one of those games that they had against us that we barely won. So there's a chance, and I think Inter mentally after this loss, it's gonna cause problem for them. Like they're not gonna be that that ensuring that we don't care, we're the strongest. I think this loss is gonna hurt them really bad. It's like a domino effect. So I'm
Yeah.
seeing them losing. I'm seeing them losing points, man. I'm definitely seeing against Napoli. I'm already predicting it's gonna be a draw. So that's 2 points dropped for both teams. And I have to look at their schedule. I don't know if they still have Juve to play second game. I don't know if they played them or not the second half of the season. And Juve is gonna be strong, man. With Vlahovic
No,
and
they
stuff.
haven't played. They haven't
So
played Juve yet.
that's another game where they're gonna drop points. I have a good feeling, man, and I really wanted Pioli to put that young striker even for like 4 minutes just to get the taste of the game, at the end of the game. But Theo's red card kind of ruined everything, so which is fine with me,
Yeah.
I'm happy overall. That's why I don't know how to tell you guys, but for this game, for some reason, my gut feeling was like we're gonna win this game. I don't know why, but it was just telling me, yep, we're gonna take this game. So that's why I was so confident, like the whole game, that it's gonna be a win. I don't know why, but it's just my gut feeling, man. Never lies to me, man. So
Same
And
here,
before
man.
the next person goes, I do want to say one thing. Y'all know I always, I'm critical of Pioli, but I've always said that I will never completely say I want him out because he is learning more and more and more, and that's all I can really ask for from a coach is just to learn. And if he can get proper backing from the management with better signings in the summer, I think he can do a good job. I really do. As long as he continues to learn and improve, he can stay. Regardless of how I feel, he can stay. He gets the results.
Oh my God, Pete is here, guys. Sorry, Nathan, for interrupting you. And we
Look
have
at the-
two new guys as well.
Look at the smile on Peter's face.
Oh man, we have Joel and Hans. Stop. I can hear an echo. I think it's you, Pete. Yeah, it's Pete. Pete, listen to me, man. Just put on silent or do something, man, because I can hear an echo. Joel, man, you wanna say something? Go for it, my man, and Hans after.
Bro, I'm so happy, man. This was a crazy game. After the first half, I thought it was over. I didn't think we were gonna win.
No, man, I thought we were gonna win because Diaz is coming in. That's why I say that.
Yeah, Kessié should never play at Cam ever again. Ever.
Man, few players can do that position in our team, unfortunately. And those players are Diaz, Krunic, Rebic, or Leao. These are the players. And they do it in a different way, but at least they always give something. Krunic is good at actually holding the ball, doing 1-2s, getting a foul. Leao and Rebic are good actually on dribbling and attacking the space. But Diaz is the best one because combine creativity and a midfield quality to actually help the other two midfield. Ideally, you would love to have two Brahim Diaz. they compete against each other and they get better and better. So you can always have higher motivation from each of them, but it's not easy. What else do you want to add for the game, man? Go for
Well, I mean, just I don't know, man. I'm just happy. I'm happy that Hakan is not gonna be celebrating anything today. He
it.
was talking shit to everybody the whole game. There was a point where he was like pushing on Teo and stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no one is gonna celebrate on that half of Milan for sure. Actually, now they're shitting themselves. Now I want to see them how they behave with pressure. With games they have to win.
They're crying
But
right now.
Joel, man, how long have you been following Milan? I think I asked you already. You come
Uh,
often in the chat, but never in the live.
so I'm young. I'm only 16. I've only been following them
Oh,
since 2014. So
okay.
this
So
is
you
the best
never
Milan I've
watched
ever
them,
seen.
never watched them win anything,
Never.
man. So
Only Super
that's
Copa.
okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. That's anything basically. Um, we have here Huntsman. Say something. And Rohit is joining as well.
Yeah, I
Hi
mean,
guys.
super happy for the result. I think it was very unexpected, at least for me, very unexpected, especially after we went down a goal. I mean, you always believe you can win. You know, with Milan, anything can happen, but I really was worried. I have to be honest, especially after the first half.
Yeah. I have a question for you. Do you think we're gonna win the Serie A? We have a chance to keep it open until the last game.
Oh, for sure, we have a chance. For sure, we have a chance. Very good chance. It's a two-horse race the way I see it. And Inter has so many more games, so many more big games, and we have so many players. Like we have so much depth now, considering we only are playing in Serie A and Coppa Italia maybe. So yeah, I would say it's 50-50.
Yeah. I think that's gonna help us a lot. And Tomori hopefully is coming back. Oh man, Tomori is another level. That is another level again. That is
Kalulu
another
did well
level
though.
we're missing. Yeah, Kalulu is doing well, but Tomori is a beast. He's an
Yeah, of
animal.
course.
How long have you been following Milan? I think you're from North Europe, yeah?
Yeah, from originally from America, but I live in Sweden now. Been living here for like
Sweden.
7 years or so.
Sweden, man. Sweden,
Yeah.
man. I've been to Sweden. I have a good friend that lives in Sweden, man. I really like the country, man. Nice woman, bro. All blonde.
Oh,
and
of
blue
course.
eyes.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
That's the only reason. Not the beautiful country and everything, but the
Absolutely.
population is amazing.
Yeah. There's football
Anyway,
pitches everywhere here too. I love it.
How long have you been following Milan?
I grew up in America, so we didn't really have a chance to watch football until I think I remember Fox Soccer Channel a long time ago, maybe 2003 or so. And then they had Premier League, some Serie A matches. Because before that you couldn't stream games. I'm 34 almost, so this was before you could stream games. You had to watch it on television, and it just wasn't on in America. So I would say after they won the Champions League against Juventus, I really liked it. I started doing more research. I knew a lot of the players from the World Cups that had been in the past, and I kind of chose Milan because I saw that they weren't really the best necessarily. I looked at Juventus, they have more trophies and things like that, but I just didn't like them as much as Milan. I liked the team chemistry and the vibes I was getting from Milan a lot more.
Yeah. Good vibes.
Yes.
Let's see if Pete is available now.
How does it sound? Mic back on.
Okay, that's great. That's
a lot better?
Go for it, man. Tell me about this derby, man. How did you enjoy it? How was it?
I scared my dog so much after Giroud's second goal that he peed on me. My dog, he was sitting on my lap, and I jumped and he peed all over me. So I was so happy. We played so much better in the second half. It's not necessarily Kessie's fault. It's the tactics. going into the game that failed, and it's because Inter were pressing us and pushing so high that Kessié had to drop into more of a defensive role. So it just didn't work. And in the second half, we made that adjustment, and everything just opened up for us. And I'm just so happy.
Yeah, it was perfect timing for him to come on, Diaz.
It was perfect timing for Diaz to get some of his form back. It changed everything, and a lot. I've seen a lot of guff thrown at Giroud, and in this first half, it was not his fault. He was not getting good service. It was just long ball after long ball, and maybe that works against Cagliari, but it doesn't work against a backline of Bastoni, De Vrij, and Skriniar, who are all taller and stronger than Giroud is. So, but once we had someone to link the midfield and the attack, the whole thing opened up, and it was beautiful to watch. And our pressing, we were a lot more intense in our pressing and organized. We were if you guys remember the first 10 minutes of the game before the Dumfries disallowed goal, our pressing was phenomenal.
We were definitely a better team.
That disappeared when we became more defensive, and then the whole second half, that organized pressing came back in a big way, and that helped us too. So
it's a shame that Leao didn't have a great game.
Yeah, he didn't. He really didn't. He was like falling over himself.
Yeah, I hope he's understanding that he needs to stay at the AC Milan. He needs to renew his fucking contract. That he's not ready to go to a bigger club and do the mistake to make that move too early. Rohit is here, guys. So I want to hear from Rohit 2-3 minutes about the game, what he thinks about the game. And after we kind of gonna have a free-flowing conversation for half an hour, and I'm gonna close the live. I'm not gonna stay too long. I have 85 people on the live, so if I get just 20 likes, you are all a bunch of motherfuckers. So please like the video. I mean, we won the fucking derby, guys. Like this fucking video.
Yeah,
Great,
seriously.
go for it, man.
Yes, can I speak?
Yeah, man. And I know it's quite late in India, so.
No, I mean, anyway, tomorrow's a holiday for me, so I'm
okay.
So I can't sleep anyways now. too
Are
late.
you really happy, yeah?
Yeah, too happy. I mean, it's like I think that we actually played them really well, in the sense that Pioli actually preyed on their weakness. So if you're looking at it was a game of two different halves, and that's because Inter actually pressed us too much, and they were actually really tired. And that's when Pioli made that substitution of bringing Kessié and Messias on, and it actually opened them up a lot. And I think Simeone Inzaghi made a mistake of subbing Hakan off as well. So there was actually a lot of space in between the midfield and their defense. What actually Inter Milan did was that they in their midfield is way more hardworking than what we had. So what they would do is they would sit like a compact team, and they would actually sit in front of the goalkeeper, and they would park the bus. And whenever we used to miss the ball, they would just spring a counter attack on us. So that's how they did it. They actually had that sort of energy where they could come back and they could come forward, and they actually pressed us really high in the first 10-20 minutes, and then they were sitting back. But it actually came at a cost. It actually came at a cost where they actually did not have enough energy. And I think once the 56th minute or something came, they were not running. There was more spaces, and that's when I think Kessié came off. So that's when the game changed, because Brahim Diaz actually had the space. If he had actually played in the first half, I think they would have battered him to bits, because they were playing a fucking WWE match, and they were fucking playing a WWE match, and I don't know why the referee did not give them more yellow cards. And one more example where I have is that Perisic was actually killing Calabria on the left on their left side. I think he beat Calabria at least 4 or 5 times. But how many times did Perisic beat Calabria on the second half? not even months. I can't even remember one time where Calabria actually got beat because Perisic had actually burned himself a lot in that first half. So once they actually got burned out, that's why we were actually. I think the whole it was actually a very good tactical plan. Tire them out, use Kessié, make them make it down to 1-0 or one goal. If you actually look at the first half, Inter did not have any clear cut chances. They actually only had I think they actually had one clear cut chance where Mignon actually saved it. But other than that, they were actually had to shoot from distance. So it was
I wanna
actually a
add.
very good
Oh,
tactical
sorry.
plan. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, I just want to add something about your analysis. I like the fact that you don't start with your best players because you know the game is a 90-minute game, so you can win it in the last 20 minutes. And because you don't have good people coming from the bench, you need to keep somebody good in the bench to put it in. But still, I don't like Kessié as a number 10. I prefer Krunic as a number 10. You know what I mean?
No,
I prefer a guy
actually,
that
actually,
has
I
a better
think that is
touch and
actually
that
a really
presses
good
more.
point. I actually think that's a very good point that you're making. I think Krunic would have been actually a better choice than Kessié for this game plan that Pioli was having because uh, Krunic actually has a bit more better ball control and technique than Kessié has. Obviously, Kessié is better in the defensive phase than Krunic is. Maybe
He's also
Pioli,
just built like a tank.
yeah, but maybe the main idea was to limit Brozovic to kind of making those late runs and not
I don't
giving
think
him
that
too much
plan
of
worked if
space.
that was the idea
Yeah,
Yeah,
necessarily. Yeah.
Brozovic had the game of his life until Kessié was in the
Yeah.
pitch. He was looking like fucking prime Pirlo. So Kessié cannot play with his shoulders facing the goal. He needs to see the goal. He needs to see the pitch. That's how he plays better. So putting him as a number 10, he doesn't understand. He doesn't have the awareness of what's going on in the pitch, and he doesn't even know how to press. And he is a guy that doesn't press with intensity. He's more like a jogger. So he needs to face the opposition and understand what's going on. But let's talk
One more
about a
thing.
bit.
One
Let's
one more
see.
thing is one more thing. One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing I don't like about Kessie is that if you're making a pass, let's say it's not a 6 yard pass, maybe a 10 or a 15 yard pass. When he tries to control the ball does not stick to his feet as much, but it actually bounces off his feet and it goes maybe a kind of 2 or 3 inches forward. So when you don't have that sort of ball control, that close ball control like other midfielders do, like what Brahim does, it actually gives that opening for the defensive player to actually come and take that ball off him. So that's where I think we actually need to improve. We need somebody who can play as the deep lying creative player. That's why I think we are looking at Renato Sanchez. And I think we obviously will need that sort of a player when we are going to play a bit more of a if we actually want to do better in the Champions League, because teams in Champions League will press higher than what Inter will do. So that's where I think Kessié also needs to. I mean, we need to replace Kessié.
Kessié is never. I really enjoyed the way he played the previous season, but it's like never got like in love with Kessié as a player. I still his touch is too rough, and he doesn't have an insane vision. He's a box to box, yeah, of course, and he has a lot of energy. So he's like if he was playing in Serie A 10 years ago, he would be at the level of Montari. He would be a Montari type of player. And if you fall in love with a player like Montari, you seriously have some issue. You need to reconsider to watch another sport and not football. Let me see what Ari is doing here, man, because he got crazy today. I hope you guys have the audio on. Let's see if you can listen. Can you hear the audio?
No.
I'm just hearing. I'm hearing noises. Somebody's
Oh yeah, somebody has
microphone or
some
something.
noise here. Let me check. Okay. Oh, I think it's Hassan. I think Hans is somewhere. Pretty noisy. Let me see if I can put some audio here. Let me check. Let me fix this in
Man,
1 second.
every time he comes back to the channel, we win.
Ari, yeah, because
Yeah.
comes back twice a year. That's why we win. We
So
win twice a year.
we should
Last
bribe.
time
We
he
should
came back
bribe
during the
him.
Juve game, we won.
We should bribe the guy and be like, okay, man, all the big games you have to be here, man, no matter what.
Oh man, is his channel. I cannot bribe him. Is his channel. He's gonna come back. He's been a bit busy.
He has to now, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we cannot hear him, man. Only emotions. But I've seen this guy go crazy, man. So I know what's coming up, man. Yeah, this guy is gonna lose it, man. I look like him actually, so I shouldn't be laughing. Like I think my neighbors they didn't expect this yelling, man, for 5 minutes, man.
I was on my feet screaming.
Bro, I was pounding walls. I was jumping up and down like insane. And you have to understand, man, I'm 200 and almost 40 pounds, man. I'm not a small guy. So jumping, like they definitely heard me, man. And that was not one jump, man. It was like back and forth like insane person, man.
Oh, you guys are missing a lot. It's in the channel, by the way, if you want to go and watch it.
Here we go. Man, just pure emotions, man. You don't even have to hear. You can see the guy is passionate, man. Unbelievable, man.
Oh, Ari is crazy, man. I don't want to even imagine his face.
Bro, I think we are all crazy here, man. You're not Milan fan if you're not crazy, man. Seriously, man. You gotta be crazy one. That's why I love this club, man. Because of crazy fans too, man. That's passion, man. All those years, man, of misery, man. It's amazing, man. Oh man. I think that's how all of us looked, man, when Giroud scored second goal, man.
I think a lot of credit has to go to Maldini and Massara and Moncada for correctly identifying Mignon and Giroud, who actually have been our two best players today.
And we have to say, man, Mr. Maestro Padre Pioli, man, he's perfect for this group of people, man.
I gave Giroud like a 10 out of 10 signing, honestly. Like in the summer, I knew he was going to be a big deal. For 1 million, I don't think there's anybody better.
And the other thing that I've noticed that all the players that Maldini signed, they're all gonna re-sign with Milan, all of them.
Hopefully.
Like I'm like I don't want to say 100% sure, but I'm like 92% sure. 92.5, okay? 92.5.
Sounds good.
I think Leao might leave.
Actually,
I don't think he's gonna stay that long.
If you
I think Leao's the least likely.
Couple more years,
renew.
man. Couple more years, man. I'm not asking too much. 3 more years, and he can leave after that.
If you actually look at the trend, all of the 4 players leaving on a free were not signed by this management. They were signed by previous managements.
Yeah, I mean, Kessié was signed by the Chinese guys. He left. Hakan left. I mean, all of those guys that signed, they're not longer with us. Besides, I think Kessié is the last one, man.
Romagnoli as well is leaving. Conte is leaving. Kessié is leaving. All of them are leaving. No one is staying from the previous management.
And if you're actually looking at, I was going to say that if you're actually looking at the people who are leaving, we are actually going to have a team that was completely signed by Maldini, and that was done Maldini and Massara and Moncada, and that was done within 2 years with without spending 100 million on a player.
I think if any of those signings, like Benacer, Leao, Theo even, like if they're not going to renew this summer, they need to be sold. I'm going to be honest. Like it needs to be this summer.
No. Theo
you don't think
is
so?
going to renew this week. Theo is renewing this week.
Yeah, I know. It seems. I'm just saying, like, it hasn't been official yet. And
Leao, I always said, if you guys follow the Daily Milan, I always said to Roy, if an offer from a bigger club than Milan comes to Leao, which I consider at this moment a bigger club than Milan, I would say Bayern Munich, I would say City, Liverpool, and Barcelona, Real Madrid, these 5 clubs, if one of them make an offer from Leao, he's gonna go, rightly so, in my opinion, because
Yeah, and
these
he
teams
needs the
are.
money, right? Because this whole situation going on with his he needs to pay back 16 million. You know, he wants the money. I would imagine.
No, I don't think it's just that. I think it's just because you win a lot and you aim to win, Ballon d'Or and stuff like that when you play for these clubs, and
Yeah,
when we
of
win
course.
Champions League and stuff like that. So that is the reason. But I don't think it's gonna move for a team like Chelsea or a team like Atletico Madrid, or a team that is at the same level, or AC Milan, or some of them even lower. And AC Milan is a win-win situation.
Lad, sorry to cut you. Did you guys actually see the way Mignon actually dribbled past Hakan?
Yeah, I saw that. That was a foul, and then the referee didn't give it a foul. Of course, the referee gave to us a lot of yellow card. Inter was doing whatever they want in the pitch, and they didn't get any
You
yellow
think
card.
so? I thought the referee he gave us quite a few good calls. I thought, honestly.
Name one goalkeeper in Milan's history that you can remember that's better than Mike Maignan, just technically and talent wise. I can't.
Technically,
I can't.
AC Milan never had the history of good goalkeepers. We had great defenders, we had great midfielders, we had great attackers, but we never had a great goalkeeper. I've heard of Kudicini, but I've never seen him, so I can't comment.
Exactly.
No,
I think I think he's the best we've ever seen at Milan goalkeeper.
Yeah,
I can't think of anyone better. Everyone talks about Gita wasn't a great goalkeeper. Yet he had great moments, and he was a really good, solid goalkeeper. He wasn't as talented as Mike Brown. He wouldn't have kept us in this game.
I mean, Dida made some ridiculous saves, though. I mean, he was making like GG-style saves.
Actually,
but with his feet, nobody's better than Maignan.
No, actually, Dida had the legendary defenders in front of him, like Maldini, Nesta,
That is true.
Stam. But in front of Mignon, he's having Romagnoli and Kalulu and Calabria and Theo Hernandez. So they're not on that level.
Man, I thought Teo was going to give it away. Like in the last few minutes, he did that dribble inside the box again. I started flipping out when he did that.
That was good.
No,
guys,
guys,
that was actually good.
No, guys, I have to say it. I'll repeat myself. I think Theo matured a lot in the last couple of months. I like his desire. I like his body language. I like everything about Theo. I was not happy with him in the beginning of season, and I said it too. But I'm liking it. What I'm seeing. You know, guys.
Yeah, when he got that captain's armband, he changed. I felt.
Oh yeah, he definitely changed. And anybody that lives in the United States, if you guys want to watch in a good quality like Serie A, I just got the Paramount Plus, and it's perfect, man. It's only like $4 or $5.
What are you doing? They're not paying us. Don't do that.
Oh,
they're not giving any money to us.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. You can do it.
No, I just want to, because in US it's a little bit different, man. To get Serie A, you have to, it's like the way I used to do it, man, is through streams. Like I would go, I have this website.
Well done.
Stream, man,
well done to Paramount. They were actually at the stadium today, doing all the content before the game and after the game, and that's something Serie A needs to do. And well done to Paramount, they're actually doing it. I hope they actually all the content they're creating before and after the match, they can share it on YouTube in Europe as well for the people that speak English and that follow AC Milan and they are English speakers, because unfortunately Serie A or no one in Europe does that.
It was really good coverage.
Does a bit.
It was really good. They had Bobo Vieri on their panel. It was really, really good coverage. Actually, I was actually really pleasantly surprised.
Bro, they're so much better than ESPN. ESPN was so bad last season.
It was lazy. It was really lazy.
Screw ESPN. Yeah, they look like they were never prepared for the.
Yeah, they're just British, right? They just care about the Premier League, I think.
Yeah, well, they'd mention the Premier League throughout every match. They'd be like,
I know.
This reminds me
That's what I'm saying.
Crystal Palace West Ham last week, and you'd be like, fuck off with Crystal Palace and West Ham. Lyart lives in London, but I don't.
Exactly.
Does Lyart really care about Palace and West Ham? I don't think so.
You know
You guys
what?
are
If
talking
I
about
have to get,
the
I'll
ESPN?
go and
problem
watch
is
them. I'll go and watch them.
the problem is for
Yeah,
new
West Ham is
markets.
good
Say
right now.
the new markets for the new markets. Let's say like India, the kids like the younger ones are more convinced that West Ham is a better team and has more history than AC Milan, because that's the way the English have placed their product. They've placed the league. They've been taught. They've kind of conditioned to think that AC Milan is this Finnish team and West Ham is this great team and they have more Champions League than us and all that kind of shit.
But
That's
Rohit, can I
that's where
stop you? Can I
Serie A
stop you
is.
there? Can I stop you there 1 second? Before this game, all our chat and all our followers were thinking that we were finished, that the transfer market was bad, that we're not good enough, and all of them. So as much as marketing we do, we are the first one. We are the supporters of AC Milan are the first one that sell that product, and we need to be proud of AC Milan. And if Maldini is not buying any random idiot that plays in France or whatever, you need to say thank you, Maldini. Thank you to this amazing club.
No,
I love
Lad,
AC Milan. We are a great club.
actually, no.
That's
No,
not
no, no,
correct.
Nathan. That's what happened on Twitter. That's what happened. Everyone is shitting on the club, on the players, and
Yeah, I don't
loving players
understand
we don't
that at
have.
all.
So please,
No, I
the
wasn't
marketing
actually.
starts from
I
us
was.
as well.
I wasn't actually. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, it's not just AC Milan themselves have to do everything, but the thing is that there's actually no kind of effort being made by anybody to actually speak about the glorious, let's say, the 90s, about how glorious AC Milan. Let's forget even AC Milan. Even Sampdoria was a great team those days. They even reached the Champions League final. People keep talking about Leicester did this, Leicester did that. Why can't anybody speak about Sampdoria winning the league when Milan was a peak, Inter was at their peak, or even Juventus was coming up. They had Baggio those days. So there's so much of things to talk about. They still don't do it. They don't try to market their product. They don't.
Yeah.
They didn't even have. They didn't even. I mean, they didn't even have a broadcaster in India until like one day before the Serie A started. They don't have a broadcaster in the Middle East where there are so many AC Milan fans.
But because they know the broadcasters don't buy the TV rights. But I don't want to go on that. We actually should do like a live and just talk about that specifically. I don't want to go
Yeah,
too far
sure,
because
sure.
it's just such a broad topic. But you're right, of course, the marketing of the Premier League is bigger. But I seriously would love us supporters to actually love our club more, love our players more, and push that product more with love, not just with criticism, not just we are shit. Oh my God, is playing Kalulu and Romagnoli against Inter. Lautaro Martinez is gonna make fun of them. Lautaro Martinez, I didn't see him in the pitch today. He was not in the pitch today. And of course, no one is going to write that. As soon as Romagnoli or Kalulu does a mistake, we're going to say, oh, this team is not at the level to win anything. They are shit. We need a better defender. No, fucking love your team. Love the players that are giving everything for this team.
You know,
And you're going to see that the product, people are going to think, oh, shit, AC Milan is big again because their supporters are loving their club. They're big. There is big players there. Leao is the best player of Serie A right now, in my opinion. And we need to say that more often, even if he doesn't play well today. But we need to say Leao is the biggest talent in this area. No, Vlahovic is the biggest talent in this area. I know Vlahovic has scored 17, 18 goals, whatever. But in my opinion, Leao is the biggest talent of the Serie A. He's the biggest player there, and he can become amazing. But we need to love our players. We need to love everyone.
You know, there's a saying, psychologically speaking, negative thinking attracts negative things, positive thinking attracts positive. So, you know, there's time for constructive criticism. I'm all about that because I criticize too. But in times like this, when team needs the most our support, we have to forget about all this shit and support the team, man. That's my 2 cents, man.
I think the only thing...
We have a Liverpool fan here.
Oh,
please,
nice.
man, just kill them. Just kill them. I want to see the blood in San Siro. Just kill them.
Make them tired for their league schedule over the weekend.
Just ruin
Wipe
them
out. Wipe them out so they can be tired for their league schedule.
Who is Liverpool? Oh, Dave's.
They play Inter, yeah.
Okay.
Just humiliate them. Just do
Hello
something
to Liverpool,
bad to them.
man. That's the only British team that I respect, man. So Props
So
up, man.
do something really bad to them so they cannot recover from that trauma for the next 2-3 years. You own us that, man. Come on.
I like how Laurentiis just went on like, come on, man, just beat them, man.
Jesus Christ, Liverpool is like playing like crazy good against everyone, and sometimes when they play against some teams like weird team, like Inter can be one of them, they just disappear. But let's see. Rohit, you wanted to finish something. I think Hans wanted to finish something. Let's go. Who wants to talk first?
I was just going to say that, I think I think fans, they can be upset at the management maybe a little bit because they haven't invested as much as like Inter, Juventus, the other big teams. But I mean, these teams are investing crazy amounts of money. And Inter, they sold, what was it, like 200 million euro worth of players? So of course they have some money. They just got that new loan or whatever. So I don't know what they're expecting really from Milan. Like, what do you expect from it? I don't think there's any team that's doing better than us, considering how much money we're spending on players, on wages. Like, we are the best team, honestly, in Serie A in terms of the money that we've spent. The only other better team is probably Atalanta.
We're in a unique position where we've had decades of success, but we need to be patient, right? Our management is wanting us to be patient in the same way that Atalanta is patient, except Atalanta doesn't have our success. So we have a lot higher expectations than we're completely unique. Imagine Real Madrid was in our circumstance. It's a very similar phenomenon to that. So we
haven't had Champions League in so long, so nobody has the experience, on our team, other than Giroud and Zlatan, but they've only been here for like 1 season or 2 seasons. It's not like we've been playing with them for a long time, and they have like be playing in all these big games for us. Like, they had to come in and integrate with the team a little bit. Maybe not Zlatan, he's Giroud had to.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the expectations are too much at times for Milan.
Yeah,
Milan fans are crazy.
I think our expectations are fine. We just need to be more patient, right? We need to maintain our expectations because we have high standards, and we should keep those standards. But
that is important.
It's going to take some time, and a lot of the onus is on Serie A for not marketing the product in the proper way. It's always the CBS Paramount in the United States or the DAZN in Canada, right? That try to market the product in a way that the league won't. I don't. They're still stuck in the Stone Age, and that's not going to help them on the European or world stage. Where there's not a unified effort to market the league in the same way the Premier League does. The Serie A is a sleeping giant with historical clubs and really good football. No one knows how good the football is in Italian Serie A. I have a friend that I work with who's a huge football fan, and the only club he knows anything about in Italy is Juventus, and that's only because they're playing in Europe every year and they win the league every year. And that's just pathetic on the part of Serie A. Right?
I teach kids, and they all just watch the Premier League. It's always Premier League, Premier League, Premier League, Premier League.
Yeah, I
Who's your favorite club? Who's your favorite Premier League club? Because when I tell them I support Milan, they're like, okay, who's your favorite Premier League club? The last game, I'm like, fuck off. No, I can't say that to them, obviously.
They do. The Premier League does a better job. And 10 years ago, I can remember, I'm old enough to remember, the Premier League was maybe the 4th best league in Europe. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
And now they are undoubtedly the best league in Europe, and that's just because they have more money and they're way better at marketing their league, and we deserve better. We deserve a lot better. It's pathetic. It's pathetic that I can hear a Premier League fan who doesn't watch the Serie A, an American, will say, "Oh, I love the Premier League because it's so unpredictable and anyone can win week in, week out." Have you watched the Serie A? No. Because if you had,
Yeah.
you'd see that the top of the table is closer than any other league in the world, not just Europe. In any other league in the world, it's closer than it is.
Yeah.
Any other league in Serie A. It's all up for grabs, and it's exciting week in, week out. We score the most goals. We have the most games decided within the 90th minute plus than any other league in the world. It's exciting, and they're just not taking advantage of that moment at all, and it's really pathetic. And it upsets me that these bureaucrats are controlling it in the way that they are.
I don't understand how Spain like Barca can get away with what they do, and like Spain as a country, they've been hit by the economic crisis and and things like that. Even before COVID, they were having like lots of problems with the EU, and Italy was too. And I felt like that was like a reason for the downturn of the league a little bit. But I don't understand how the Barcelona, and Real Madrid, they kept going though throughout the whole thing.
Barcelona and Real Madrid have ties to the government, so you have the private industry,
I've heard that,
and the public, and public money combining.
That's so fucked up.
That helps them. That helps them out of a lot of tight spots.
You guys, I'm sure you guys heard the phrase "too big to fail." That's exactly what it is in economic terms. That the same can go towards like
Italy. They're not too big to fail or something, or what's up? I don't understand that.
No,
in Italy there is seven. There is 7 sisters. That's why no one is too big to fail, apart from Juventus that owns the country, of course.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are the first club that had their own stadium. What a casualty! They was the first club to get to agree with their region to build a stadium. The other big clubs are actually struggling with the local authorities to build a stadium, because of course the owners of Juventus politically are so influential to the region. They do whatever they want. They build a stadium without asking.
How many Italian clubs actually own their stadium and they get 100% of the revenue?
Sassuolo, because their president that actually died, so now it's his son,
Udinese
has a strong Udinese. All these clubs have a strong power in their local politicians. So they basically are the politics of that region. So that's why they have their own stadium, because who is sitting in that chair and running the region is getting paid by these entrepreneurs, which is Agnelli, Pozzo, who is the guy that has Mapei, is a big company that builds.
And he's American, right? The Mapei guy?
No, he's Italian as a company, but the owner is super rich, and he has the company there in that region. Other stadiums, they cannot build other clubs, they cannot build a stadium. Weirdly so.
Parma
you forgot about Atlanta. Didn't they just build their own stadium?
Yes.
Yeah, they built one because they are in a city.
Well, that's good for the league then, if they're started. Yeah.
Parma will be back in the next 2 years. We'll be back in Serie A and actually be back in a big way because they just built their own stadium.
To be honest, guys, I'm happy because I've always had Parma. Yeah, me too. Like I just remember from the 90s, man. Those 90s, man. They're awesome teams. So I want them to be back in Serie A, man.
Yeah, Chiesa and Crespo and Cannavaro. Those teams were phenomenal.
What a beautiful team. Yeah, beautiful team.
Veron. That was crazy.
Verone, I forgot about him. What a great mid.
They had everybody. That's where everybody would go. They had Adriano, I think, as well. Before he went to Italy.
Yeah, we got Adriano.
Buffon, obviously.
Come on, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong, man?
Fucking yeah, sorry guys.
Inter supporter walked into his room.
No, I'm watching Fiorentina Lazio. I want to fucking Lazio lose the game, man. That's why.
Okay. I thought somebody got inside your room.
No. Sorry guys. Sorry, man.
I wanna close the live in a few minutes. So I just wanna. I really want the government in Italy allows these clubs to build a stadium. Just cut with the bullshit, man. Let this club build a stadium. They have the money. They're not even asking you for the money for the founding. They just want you to leave them alone and let them. As soon as you build the stadium, the marketing is gonna come there. You're gonna see a beautiful pitch, a beautiful stadium around the game. What do you see in Premier League, basically? And people are gonna say, "Oh shit, Serie A looks good," and broadcast is gonna be like, "Oh, let's push this product because there is money to make."
Seriously, let us
last
compete.
thing. Sorry.
Let us compete, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm asking. Just let me build my stadium and let me compete with the with other companies in the world, because that's at the end is a business. Players wants money, everyone wants money from the clubs, but no one actually is letting these clubs to make money.
Yeah, and it's
They're
really
stopping
cute.
them in any way.
It's really cute, and it's an easy position to take if you're a Premier League fan to be anti-Super League. Okay, but when you're in the position Milan is, and you're in the position that La Liga is, and other leagues in the world, it's really easy to see why we would want a Super League. And it's not the fault of the Premier League. We like to blame them for getting all the good TV rights and everything. It's the fault of Serie A, and it's the fault of the Italian government. So we need to put pressure on them. We can't let them continue to slide on this.
Because the Super League is gonna just put the problem a little bit forward. So what is gonna happen? Yeah, you're gonna be in the Super League. Yeah, you're gonna have your TV rights. Let's say 150 million. But again, Arsenal is gonna have 150 million from the Premier League, 150 million from the Super League, 150 million from the stadium. So they're gonna come and buy Leao, because Leao is gonna say, you know what? I'll play Super League with Arsenal. I don't care playing with AC Milan. So again, you're gonna be the Crotone of Super League. And you're gonna suffer even more and struggle to get out of that situation.
Or it'll be great for Milan, but it'll be terrible for every other team in Italy, and it'll end up
exactly.
Yeah, for all the benefits the Super League brings, it brings a lot of negatives. The Italian government needs to just get out of the way. Honestly, it's good for the country. Honestly,
yeah.
For your premier sports league to be financially successful worldwide is a great thing for the country. So they need to get out of the way.
The other thing that Italy as a country is offering more than England: food, culture, man. A lot of touristic places to visit.
Good weather.
Good weather, man. Shit, man. Italy can easily, if the government opens their mind and becomes a little bit more flexible, man, Serie A will bounce back, man. Trust me. Like, it will take a little time, but they will bounce back. There's attractiveness to Italy, man. I mean,
it's bouncing back now in spite of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they would just get out of the way, it would be, we'd just go and go crazy. We would be the best league in the world.
To explain Italy to the Americans, Italy is like California in the United States, and Spain is like Florida in the United States. So if you can make the same amount of money and play in the competitive league like England has, you will want to live in Spain and Italy. You don't even care of going and living in Manchester.
Nobody
but
cares,
because
man.
there is an destructive situation that is happening in Italy, the league doesn't grow. Anyway, let's go back to the Serie A in the pitch. Is it open? Can we win it? What's gonna happen? Is it Inter going to fall down? What do you guys think? A quick analysis, and I'm closing the live.
It depends on this February from Inter. So they have a tough schedule coming up. It depends on how they respond to this loss. And
your opinion. I want your opinion. Do you think they're gonna fall down? I think they're gonna fall down. They're gonna suffer a lot next 2 months.
I think it's not going to be like last year. It's going to be a lot closer, and it's going to depend on us to take advantage. We can't have more Spezia, Juventus type games. We can't have another.
You mean it's going to depend on the medical staff?
Yeah, perhaps, and it's going to depend on the players.
So he's on guard. He's on guard, basically.
Yeah, it's completely on us. Napoli won't take advantage. They never have. They've had 10 years of opportunities to take advantage, and they haven't. So they won't. It's fully dependent on us to take advantage of any slip-ups Inter will have, and they will have some slip-ups.
Yeah. I agree.
I think the 3rd of April, I saw the calendar. I was talking with Roy in one of our lives. I think the 3rd of April is going to be a key moment. If we are there, near to them, the 3rd of April, like 1 or 2 points close to them, that's going to be such a decisive moment for the Serie A, because they have an important game. I think it's against Juventus, if I'm not wrong. And we have an easy game. So if we win and they slip there, we can go forward, be top of the table. And from that point, it's going to be really like 7 games, 6 games at the end of of the season, something like that. 7 games probably. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I think we can manage to do this. I think Inter is gonna collapse now. It's gonna fall down. They don't have enough personality to handle difficult moments and a lot of pressure, and they're gonna fall down. Conte is a different beast from Inzaghi. You saw it in this game. With Conte as a manager, you're not winning from 1-0. You're not going 2-1. With Inzaghi, you can do that, and that shows a lot.
Inzaghi also has a track record of losing a Serie A lead as well, with Lazio a couple years ago.
Yes. And Liverpool,
I don't
man,
think they're
Liverpool
gonna
is
fall
gonna
over.
kill them. I hope Liverpool kills them. You know what?
I don't.
Whatever
I hope
happened,
Inter Milan wins.
you want
What?
them to go forward.
Yes,
Because you're
we
an
need Inter
Interisti, man.
Milan
I
to
don't
win.
know why the
Because
other
look,
Interisti are not here in the live. I don't know.
Guys. We just said, in terms of marketing, we are getting killed. If Inter Milan can beat Liverpool, what?
You
Then
mean
that's
against
good
Liverpool?
publicity.
Any
Yeah,
marketing?
I support the Italian teams in Europe.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Nathan.
Nathan, they're not gonna
that.
turn off the Premier League and watch the Serie A because Inter beat Liverpool, man. It's not
Nathan,
gonna
any
happen.
marketing benefit that an Inter
You
win
guys,
over
if
Liverpool?
if they stay in the Champions League, it means more games for them, right?
Any marketing benefit that Inter win over Liverpool will give us will just give the Serie A more reason not to fucking change. They need a wake-up call, man.
Exactly.
I hope they go through, but they have some injuries. I think that would be the best thing for us.
If the last 10 years haven't been a wake-up call, Inter going a little bit further isn't going to change that.
Rock bottom is a great way to wake the fuck up, though.
Yes.
I mean, Italy was. You can't get much more rock
like
bottom.
that. I don't see that happening. I think it'll be very close until the end. Honestly,
Well, because I don't know how many of you guys live in the United States, and this is my friend fell into the same thing. All he ever heard was the EPL this, the EPL that, and whenever EPL teams win, all they do is brag and brag and brag. So as a new person joining, getting into football, if all you ever hear is a bunch of loudmouths talking about one form of football, your first reaction is going to go check it out. And that's all he told me. He told me that's all he knows until I started showing him other leagues and how other teams play, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and as an American, I've noticed that I don't see the Serie A promoted anywhere.
Exactly.
For example, CBS Paramount is in charge of the Serie A. If you actually turn on Channel 2, fucking CBS in my state is Channel 2. You don't even need cable to watch Channel 2. They don't promote their own app for Serie A on that channel. There's no promotion whatsoever. There's no online promotion. There's no advertising.
Exactly.
You have to hear about it on Twitter from other people. It's pathetic. It's their fault. It's not.
They should also do like a fantasy league for this Serie A, like they do with the Premier League.
He's there. You can play fantasy league in Serie A.
What I want to say in terms of what just Nate
They
said.
don't advertise it at all.
I just want to say in regards to what Nate just brought up. I still don't want Inter to win, but what I want is competitive game at least. So they don't lose bad. But and I get his point. What Nate is saying in terms of promotion, I agree to that to a certain point. But at the same time, Inter is just too big of a rivalry to Milan, man. I cannot cheer for them.
Yeah,
even though it's Italian team.
But that's the thing. If Inter win, and especially that's what I was talking about in the United States. If Inter were to win, and then they actually start promoting, well, as you can see, the best of Inter's in first place. So you don't have to agree with Inter being the best, but they are first. So you can say, oh, the best of Italy just made the best of one of the best teams of England. Their bitch essentially. Clearly not to say it in those terms, but that's how you start promoting aggressively. So then now people start saying, well, let me just check this Inter team out. Let me see what they're about.
It doesn't work like this.
That's
Doesn't
no,
work like
Larry. You don't live in the United States. I'm trying to tell you, this is how their brain thinks, bro. This is exactly how my friend told me.
No.
My
Nathan,
friend
what does
never
what
got
does it
into
matter?
soccer,
What
bro.
does it
I'm
matter?
telling you.
Yeah,
Look at
my
that comment.
cousins are huge EPL fans, and they don't know shit about
Look
anything.
at that comment right there. The United States is one thing, but look at Tati Brata's comment. It's not even shown in the Middle East and North Africa. One of the
Exactly.
biggest,
It's not
one of the
shown,
biggest
man.
markets for Serie A. It's pathetic.
Exactly, and I'm
We
pretty
need to
sure
grow
all
up.
they
It's
hear
not
in the
Inter
Middle East.
winning against Liverpool is gonna make them
That's
show the Serie A
not
next
the
season,
point.
man.
That's not the point. Is you need teams to win to draw attraction to them. You cannot
Oh,
promote
Jesus.
your league if the teams in that league don't win, bro. That's not how it works.
Nathan,
The
Nathan,
EPL teams.
I've
no,
been right
since
in millions
2000
of
and
topics with you, and I'm gonna be right in this one again.
bro, you haven't even been right
I know
about
I'm gonna be right
Salamakers.
in this one.
You're not gonna be right about this. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm gonna be right in this one
anyways.
as well again.
I'm
I
just
know that.
Larry.
I know.
I'm telling you, Larry, you don't live in the
Yeah,
United
okay.
States, bro. I'm telling you, people who just get into soccer, the reason why they don't know anything about anything else is because all they hear is a bunch of loudmouth EPL fans. So that's the
And they're
first thing
still
that
gonna
they're gonna
hear
want to go
them, even
check
if
out.
Liverpool. Oh, dude, I'm
Yes,
telling you,
but
even if Liverpool loses against Inter, they still
Bruh.
gonna hear that because Liverpool next season is gonna buy a big player. Inter is
So
gonna sell a big player next season.
in the Middle
That's
East,
because
I'm
Inter
pretty
doesn't
sure
have a
all they
stadium,
hear is the
doesn't have a
same thing
sustainable
too.
economy, and a country that allows them to grow. So everything is that the issue. The country doesn't allow a team to grow, so to buy important player and to be competitive on the long run. Randomly, you can beat. Yeah, Roma beat Barcelona 5-0. Oh shit!
And how
no
did they
one watched
promote
Serie
that?
A the year before.
And how
the
did they
year
promote
after.
that? But
Nathan,
did
I
they
don't think you're going to
aggressively
turn
promote
any
that?
fans. You're not going to convert them. It's
Exactly. You're not
hopeless.
converting them
No,
like this
I'm
in
not.
one night.
I'm not trying to convert them. I'm just trying to bring recognition to the league. You're not. I'm not just because you beat Barcelona doesn't mean that all these Barca fans are gonna now go to Roma. But what it's gonna do is just put them on the map. Like, okay, well, let me just see what they're about. Let me just check them out. I'm telling you, bro. As people who don't watch football and they first get into it, they go off of what they see and what they hear. And if all they hear is one thing, that's what they're gonna go look at. I'm pretty positive that's how it works over in other places in the world. If they're not shown anything and all they hear is one thing, that's what they're going to check out,
Nathan, there's a reason. There's a reason beyond sporting results that the Premier League is as big as it is in the United States.
Oh yeah,
we were talking about that for a long time.
It was already the biggest league in the world when Liverpool was getting crushed by Real Madrid every year. And
exactly.
I know the language, and I know the language barrier and all that shit. I know all that.
That's not an excuse because La Liga is all in Spanish and the United States is 34% Hispanic. That's not an excuse.
I know it's not an excuse, but you got to understand the third of the United States isn't Italian either.
Sure. And they're not British either. Okay.
Right, but how does La Liga then get support beyond just the Spanish people?
It doesn't have support among Spanish people in the United States. Spanish-speaking people in the United States, if they support La Liga, it's only Barcelona or Real Madrid. And if it's not, it's Chelsea or Liverpool because they promote their product on everywhere.
Exactly, and that's what we're saying.
They need to promote their product. Serie A
yes,
needs to promote
but those teams that you just said are all teams that win.
Nathan, Juventus went to the final twice, and no one gives a shit about the Serie A, dude.
But Italy does not aggressively promote themselves.
Italy won the Euros, and no one gives a shit about the Serie A. Italy is telling Middle East, I won the Euro, and you don't want to pay for my product. I'll give it for free on YouTube. Do you understand that winning on the pitch doesn't give a shit about people that started to follow football a week ago? They don't care about the history. They don't care about winning. It's a marketing tool. You need to build stadiums, give money to the.
But the Euros
no, you're
are
not understanding that.
Different.
You're not understanding because you're just shifting me. Like, no, I'm not even hearing. Because if you understand that, you will understand that Milan and Inter needs a stadium, needs fund, it needs money to actually keep Lukaku, to actually renew Leao, to actually buy Mbappe, and to actually compete on 10, 20 years against Premier League teams. not just a random night. Inter shows up, wins against Liverpool, and everyone is gonna say, "Oh, let me check Serie A how good it is." No,
Again, that's not how it works. That's not what I'm saying.
Ronaldo did more for promoting Serie A than Juventus winning 5 Champions Leagues in a row.
Exactly.
Honestly. And they didn't win shit. They didn't win a goddamn thing.
And Ronaldo was a joke in those 3 years. Juventus was playing worse, got dismantled, and people tune in to watch Serie A because fucking Ronaldo was running, jogging in the pitch. Do you understand how bad is this audience? This is an audience that doesn't give a shit about how good is Serie A.
That is the only Serie A jersey I ever see. Ronaldo Juventus.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if you ever play FIFA, and you're playing with a Serie A team in FIFA, right? And all your commentators in the game, you have like a color commentator who has a Cockney accent, and you're watching a Serie A game. Like, Premier League. That's how deep the Premier League's influence goes.
Yeah, but it's because they're paying for that. They paid for it early as fuck.
Vasily is gonna say the last thing, and we're gonna close the live. And actually, we need to do a live about this topic one of these tomorrow, maybe.
I just want to say that the football changed a lot in the last 10, 15 years, and it's not just about football nowadays. It's like its own economy, so to say. The football is like a business now. So, Italy as a country is behind, for sure, economically speaking, is behind England, Great Britain, and that has a huge effect on it too. Secondly, it's very conservative, very backwards in a sense. Like there's a lot of bureaucracy in the country, so everything moves very slow and like a turtle pace. So any new ideas, anything, there's too much bureaucracy in Italy. That does not help. New investors coming in that want to invest money. That's why this Newcastle people, they said they were looking at Italy. They wanted to buy either Milan or Inter, but said it's like takes too long, man. We don't have time for this bullshit. That's just an example to show you guys why EPL is more attractive, because they make it easy.
Exactly.
You want to buy clubs?
Exactly.
Boom, boom, done.
The country, UK, you come here in a week, you are sorted. You have a job, you have a number, security number, you have a rent, you have a bank account. In 1 week, if you try to do that in Italy in 1 week, you're gonna die. It's impossible. You have to do queues, you have to wait, you want to jump from an office to another. Just a simple thing is impossible to do it. The country is well run. The league has the right rules economically. It's perfect. You go to the stadium, £6 million every game. Tottenham does £6 million every fucking game with Tanganga, Davis, and fucking Lloris playing football.
That's insane.
And they do £6 million a day every game. Are you kidding me? That's how you progress. That's how you become the most watched league in the world. From the inside, making things work from the inside and exporting a perfect product. That's it.
That's definitely how you become sustainable.
Well done. Well said, guys. I think Nathan doesn't agree. We have to talk about this. Definitely, we have to do a round table and talk about this. But
I
Forza
don't
Milan,
disagree with it. I
great
just think that they can do more. That's all.
Are we still staying after it, man, for a little bit, or what's the deal?
Oh, I need to go. I'm gonna close the live. If you guys want to chat in the, free to do that. Just want to say hi to everyone. Forza Milan. Like the video, follow the channel, and I'll tell you something, guys. If you like the video every time and you follow the channel and you subscribe and do all the things you have to do, we're gonna win this area. We're going to win it. So do the things properly, and we are winning it. And love the team out there on social media, in the street. Love the team. Just push the AC Milan product in a positive way.
Well said, man.
Push love. Forza Milan, guys.
Love.
Thank you for joining this. And